Hey now guys, what is happening? Good afternoon to you all on this beautiful Saturday. Hope you all are doing well. Just wanted to let you know that I have completed Volume 8, The Dying Game of Wolverine. Actually just got back from the coffee shop, Starbucks. Not a big deal, not a one of those little happy-go-lucky coffee shops, but just Starbucks. Spent 2 hours reading 93 to 100, which was the second half of this book. So 8 issues I read in the span of 2 hours, two and a half hours. And yeah, so just I'm back to review it for you guys. Quick and easy. Excuse me. Oof, the coffee. And I'll be moving on to Volume 9, Tooth and Claw, starting tomorrow. So if we do, the path that I'm going on, I should be done by Monday, maybe even Tuesday. Some things are coming up later this week, so I'll be probably not able to read my book as fast, so it'll be 3 days rather than 2 days. But it's all good. You guys will still get the review, and I'm sure you've noticed the rundown that I've been posting on the communities tab, which I kind of like. I hope you guys like it too. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. It's just a review. It's it is like a review for me so that I can remember what happened in each issue. Because guys, like I said, I bust through these issues pretty quickly and I forget what I just read. So I have to actually sometimes go back and be like, what the hell just happened in that issue? Oh, that's right. So I have to do that. So yeah, so I'm just gonna get into it right now. This is Wolverine Volume 8, The Dying Game. This book actually came out 9 years ago. This came out in 2015 and it has not seen a reprint at all. So I know what's his name, Omar, over at Near Mint Condition. I check out that that channel sometimes. They had a poll, a reprint poll of what epics you want to see, and of course this was on there. What's that? Oh, okay, no, it's part of the art. I thought it was something like sticking out of the page here. Yeah, so if you guys want to see this, it's pretty hard to find. I got this on was it eBay or Amazon? I forget. So I was lucky to find this at a reasonable price and in a pretty good condition, despite it being 9 years old. Couple bangs and bumps along the corners here, but no, but an otherwise really good read. And this was actually a really good time for Wolverine. Covers 1994 to 1996. This was right when I started collecting comic books. I was a young teenager back then. And I missed I recall this, the events here, because I was very into X-Men and the adventures of the mutants. Of course, the X-Men cartoon, the animated series, which was happening at the time, was really popular. Oh, by the way, you guys got to watch X-Men 97. Oh my God, the 5th episode, the latest episode, the 5th episode. I'm not going to spoil that for you guys. I won't. You have to see it. Get Disney Plus, get some kind of, I use an app that lets me see episodes for free without a cable subscription. I shouldn't even be saying that, but I do. But whatever, guys, I'm telling you guys, watch the show. It's amazing. Wow. I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that, guys. Check it out, X-Men 97 I'm talking about. But where I was getting to was that the cartoon at the time, from 92 to 97, was happening at the time. So I was very much into X-Men and all things X-Men, but I didn't buy any Wolverine issues at the time, just Uncanny X-Men, and Amazing Spider-Man around that time. But I recall like the issue 100 had to do with Cable's son, Tyler, or Genesis, and he was trying to rebond Wolverine's adamantium, which he lost in Fatal Attractions, which was X-Men 25, Wolverine 75. That's not much of a spoiler. I'm sure you guys know that by now. But yeah, this covers issues 87 to 100, Wolverine Annual 95, and Night of Terror, which is this on the back. I remember this in the comic book shops when it came out back in 95. God, next year will be 30 years, guys. I cannot believe it. 29 years ago, this came out. The stories in here came out. Well, 94. It starts in 94, so 30 years. So roughly 28 to 30 years is comprised in this book. But it feels like it was just yesterday, and my mind is blown. Anyway, let's get to it, guys. A lot of stuff happened in this issue. By the way, I want to give a shout out to Michael K. Vaughn. I really like the way how you really spend 20 to 30 minutes on your videos just talking about each issue. I'm going to try not to be that direct, but I do like how you do run down each issue. But I'm just going to go over real quickly. Issue 87 starts off with a team up between Wolverine and Gambit. They meet up with Maverick, who is slowly dying of the legacy virus. Oh, shoot, you know what? I should warn you guys, spoilers. Maybe I will do spoilers just to give you a quick rundown. I won't go too in-depth in it. You just have to buy the book and read it. Or get the individual issues if you can get them on eBay or whatever. But anyway, yes, Gambit and Wolverine end up in Madripoor. Maverick is stalking them. Maverick was, he used to team up with Wolverine and Sabretooth back in the day when they were with the, well, not CIA, was it Weapon X? I think it was when they were with Weapon X. And they were commandos or whatnot going on missions. And so Maverick comes back and says, hey guys, guess what? I'm dying of the legacy virus and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Or no, there's not a damn thing I can do about it because there's no cure. So I want you guys to kill me. That's basically the story in a nutshell. Maverick stalks Wolverine and Gambit in Madripoor. They're like, who's trying to kill us? Who's this? Let's go get him. And then they find him and then it's like, oh, it's Maverick. And then Wolverine's like, I know what you're trying to do. You want us to put you out of your misery. Well, it ain't gonna happen, bub. That's basically what he says, bub. And there's a nice, cool. Let me show you the. I don't know, really nice artwork. Here, I'll show you guys the artwork. Like, it's really good. It's Adam Kubert, and Larry Hama. I gotta say, Larry Hama does all the writing for Wolverine. Great job. I really like Hama's work. Hama, bring the Hama down. But Adam Kubert, he's very, well, look at that, the artwork of, I mean, the cartoon, mind you, the cartoon was very much an inspiration to a lot of the comics. The comics inspired the cartoon, but a lot of the popularity in the cartoon played out in the comic books a lot, which was a good synergy, I think. There was a good, you know, ebb and flow and trade and pull between the comic book and the cartoon. Not like the Hollywood movies, guys. You can never convince me that the MCU movies are any good. I think, sadly, when the X-Men movie hit it big in 2000, and of course Spider-Man in 2002, then the comic book industry changed and they said, oh, we've gotta be like the Hollywood movies. Bleh, you know, that's all I have to say. But there was a time, guys, in the late 90s that there was a nice partnership between the comics and the cartoons. You know, the X-Men cartoon, the Spider-Man cartoon. Those were the good old days, guys. I'm sure some of you who are watching this weren't even born in the late 90s, but I don't blame you. It was a good time. Then issue 88 has, I don't know why I feel like this cover is iconic. It's Deadpool crucifying, not crucifying, but, you know, he's got Wolverine in like an X with his katanas. I thought that was pretty neat. I like that cover. But basically, Deadpool is stalking Vanessa. If you all are familiar with X-Force, Deadpool was stalking who was Garrison Kane, who was the new Weapon X, and Vanessa, who was Deadpool's ex-girlfriend, and now was hooked up with Garrison Kane. So now the fight's in San Francisco, and Wolverine, you know, just goes after Deadpool. Really neat stuff there. They take a lot of like really good shots here, like panels be damned, they just go for it all the way. A lot of splash pages, a lot of really nice stuff. And there are Adam Kubert is the permanent penciler, but there were a lot of guest pencilers in here, inkers, to complement the stories. Nice stuff here. But yeah, like look at this, like both pages, it's just a huge splash page. And you guys can see that. I have like a window open here. But yeah, a lot of good memories here. I like this. Then we got 89. What was this one? Oh yeah, Wolverine takes on a ghost from his past, Lord Ogun, who was his mentor, who was Wolverine's mentor in Japan back when he was a samurai, or he was trying to be a samurai. Oh yeah, and the Ghost Rider, Danny Ketch helps him out with this one. This is Wolverine 89. Again, guys, you can see the my rundown over at the communities tab. I'd say generally this whole volume is pretty good. Man, look at that Sabretooth art. I just love him. I just love like the art and doing the voice. By the way, I'm going to do a video about how do you read your Epic collections, guys. I'd like to know. I like to read out loud in a public place. I'll go to like a coffee house and I'll read out loud. I mean, not loudly, but I'll read it to myself. And I'll be like, Wolverine, I'm gonna gut ya, you know, Sabretooth. And then Wolverine's like, come on, bub, give me your best shot. Like, I'll do that, whatever the dialogue is. I do that. If you ever see me in a coffee house, you know, Starbucks or on the train, you'll see me reading out loud. I've had comments, people are giving me comments like, what are you reading? Oh, I like the way you do that. And I'm like, oh, thanks, you know, go away. Sorry, I have a lot of coffee in me, guys. I hope I'm not too caffeinated. I hope I'm not going too fast, but I love reading my books out loud. I do. Look at this, guys. This was, by the way, this is the best issue out of this volume. Issue 90. Awesome. This is like the best episode of Breaking Bad. Think of it as like the tense, suspenseful episode of Breaking Bad, but with Wolverine and Sabretooth. So Sabretooth is now captured by the X-Men. He's held up in the mansion, and Wolverine really, really wants to fuck Sabretooth up, and Sabretooth wants him to try, you know, and it's just a really intense. I hate this part though. I hate having to turn the book this way, but they make it very cinematic here. It's like a really suspenseful, issue, and it just culminates into a final showdown between final quote unquote showdown between Sabretooth and Wolverine for a while, you know. One thing though, guys, this is an epic issue. I'm talking about Wolverine number 90. Oh, I had it upside down. Wow, I'm actually reading it backwards. Okay. One thing I did not like, guys, was that, you see this here, guys, in the middle of the page, they call it a gutter, right? In the gutter, they actually put dialogue, like balloons, you know, with the dialogue, right in the gutter. So you are actually missing, I want to show you guys there, and not just on one page, but like multiple pages right here. Check out this. This is like an epic. Look at this art. It's like you know, like a really brilliant stuff, right? Really brilliant paneling. I've never seen it. I mean, probably back in the psychedelic years of the 60s and 70s, like the late 60s, early 70s, when they were experimenting, you had something like this. But man, oh man, they actually had dialogue wedged in the gutter, and you can't read it, guys. You cannot read it. I had to actually go online. If you can get a digital copy of this issue, I implore you to check it out, guys, because it's a real bummer. You have to literally go online to see what the dialogue was. I went to some website for free, like it was a free online. You can read comics for free online, and yeah, because I could not. There were instances. Oh, here's the final page, which was again epic, classic. Wolverine's got Sabretooth, as you can see, right there with two claws to his face, and he's gonna pop the middle one, and he does, because Wolverine's eye's right there. Again, spoilers, guys. But there's dialogue here. There, right over here, guys, where my finger is right here, tapping. Sabretooth is telling Wolverine, Wolverine's got Sabretooth like this, and he's still like, I'm gonna kill Katie Pryde, Jubilee, Heather Hudson, Jean Grey, all these women that you love, and I'm gonna do it in front of you, and there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. So go ahead and pop your claw and do it, right? But all the dialogue, the important dialogue, is in the gutter, right in the middle there, guys. Who thought of this? What fucking dumbass did that? So I give, you know, that's a thumbs down. That's a real motherfucker of a thing to do. But an otherwise awesome issue, guys. If you can get online and look at Wolverine number 90, you know, do it. Because I'm just like, what? Maybe it's the coffee talking. I'm a little like, bleh. But man, that's not good at all. It's a bummer. But otherwise, it's a great issue, guys. And then right before that happens, it's Age of Apocalypse. If you look at X Factor, X-Force, Uncanny X-Men, X-Men, Excalibur, and Wolverine, they do this blue ice thing and then a shatter, because that's when Age of Apocalypse happened. You know, Legion kills Xavier, goes back in time. Again, that was right when I was collecting comic books, so I remember that vividly. Okay, an old book. Oh, by the way, don't hang on to the book like this, because I heard like some of the kind of, hold on, I just want to make sure I didn't damage this book. It's an old book. It's almost 10 years. All right, it's fine. It's fine. So I'm just going to do that, guys. That's pretty much that. And then throughout the issue, Wolverine, because he lost his adamantium, I'm just going to run through. I'm not going to go through each issue, but throughout the issue, Wolverine's losing his humanity. So he's becoming more and more feral because he lost his adamantium to Magneto. And his healing factor is now going, cattywampus, which means kind of going haywire. Let me just say it's going haywire. So throughout the issues, he meets up with the Hudsons, James and Heather Hudson. He fights this incubus shapeshifter named Dirtnap? I don't know, but Dirtnap something. It was a dumb name. I don't even know what it is. But yeah, Dirtnap or something. Was it issue 94? Generation X guest stars. Wolverine teaches Generation X how to fight. Then he realizes that there's some creature after him. Yeah, see the Hudsons right there. They had already canceled Alpha Flight in 94, so they had nothing for them to do, so they just guest starred in Wolverine. Let's see what else. I'm just looking through. Yeah, Zoe Culloden. This chick is looking for Wolverine. Night of Terra, which was a sequel to Reign of Terra. Apparently, there was a Wolverine Reign of Terra book written by Peter David back in 1991, which I've never read, and I hope they publish it in either volume 4 or 5 of Wolverine. They probably will. This is a sequel, so why wouldn't they publish the prequel? I don't know. It was a good story. Night of Terra just had it was like Rain Sinclair is switched with her queen, her other self from another dimension, called Geshem. Excuse me. And like they're in this world of Geshem, there's also X-Men and Sabretooth and all of them, but they're not called that. They're just like they're opposites, Like the Beast is Sabretooth, which is what he is. It's Sabretooth, but it's not really Sabretooth. It's Rain Sinclair, but it's not really Rain Sinclair. She's Princess Rain, spelled R-A-I-N. And Xavier is some kind of wizard dude. This guy right here, like that's supposed to be Xavier's counterpart. It's a good, it's a good fairy tale story, but not really fairy tale. It's just, I don't know. And then they brought back Illyana, but it's not really Illyana. It's not as confusing as it sounds, guys. I apologize if I'm not making much sense here. It's just Wolverine is dragged into another dimension, and he's not another dimension, another world. I don't know. It's like a fantasy world where they're X-Men, but they're not X-Men. And they have to fight the Beast, which is Sabretooth's counterpart, but it's not really Sabretooth. But it's a good story. Great art by Jan Durasima. I think that's her name. Look at that. See, Wolverine doesn't have his claws, so he's got bone claws. Yeah, Cyclops is Summer Isle instead of Scott Summers. They try to be a little clever there. And yeah, see, so Wolverine fights the Beast, who looks like Sabretooth, but he's not Sabretooth. He's just the counterpart. Okay, I made that point enough. Guys, this is the last time I'm going to do a review under the influence of caffeine. I am no good, guys. So apologies. Yeah, this is the issue 94 where Wolverine teaches Generation X. What else, guys? God, it's good stuff. Anyway, it just culminates from like 97 to 100. It just culminates into Wolverine. Wolverine says goodbye to Madripoor. They killed off all the people that he knew. O'Donnell, Archie Corrigan, Rose, the little chick Rose, Tiger. They didn't kill off Tiger, but she pretty much says goodbye. And Jean and Wolverine head off. They fight this chick named Chimera, who's a wackadoo, to say the least. Nice, like little. Wolverine is recounting a story, and they outline it with this imagery like a storybook. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna show you guys that. It's pretty nice. And then fast forward to issue 100. This dude Genesis, who is Tyler Dayspring, Cable's son, is trying to rebond Wolverine to Cyber's adamantium. So Cyber was giving Wolverine a headache last volume, and now he's been eaten by these rats. Don't ask. You got to read it, guys. So all that's left is Cyber's adamantium that they're going to rebond to Wolverine, but it just goes completely haywire, and now Wolverine is even more feral than what he was before. And he loses his nose. Still does not have the adamantium. Check that out. Apocalypse. He's trying to resurrect Apocalypse. And Cannonball guest stars. Cannonball opens the sarcophagus and is like, wait, there's no Apocalypse. He's not even in here. So that's pretty much it. Kaboom! Right there. Wolverine has been transposed into not transposed, but he's become a beast, if you will. Like now he's like an evil monster, and he just picks off the Dark Riders. Apocalypse's Dark Riders have now become Genesis's Dark Riders, and he's just like systematically just killing them. This dude's spine, look at that, his eye right here. He's like now a feral beast, Wolverine. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It ends, and I'm gonna spoil this for you guys. It ends, and I can't wait for Volume 9 with the arrival of Elektra. And I remember Elektra appearing in the series. I think there was a Wolverine Elektra series, if I'm not mistaken. I know she had her own series also, but so she's no longer in Daredevil. She's now a Wolverine supporting character, which is good because they pretty much got rid of Wolverine's friends in Madripoor. So there's no more Madripoor. That's all done. The Princess Bar has been destroyed. All the enemies have been killed too. Captain Tai, Prince Baran, and General Koi. Karma's uncle, like he's been killed. They're all killed, which is good. Like I'm glad they're dead because they're such assholes. And that's pretty much it, guys. Oh, and the annual, I didn't mention, the annual had Wolverine team up with Nightcrawler to take on the Nagari. I think that's what their name, the Nagari, the demons that tried to kill Kitty in issue 143 in that Christmas issue back in like 1980, 81, back in the Claremont Byrne years, and also 96, which was the Claremont Cockrum years. Cock. All right, and that's pretty much it, guys. That's Wolverine, Volume 8, The Dying Game. I don't think I said enough, guys. You have to read it to believe it. It's really good stuff here. Great work written by Larry Hama, Adam Kubert, Williams III, who did he did, I think, either Night of Terra or the Annual. I think he did Annual 95, and Jan Duursema, who did Night of Terra, which is this one back here. All right, guys. Let me know what you think, guys. Comment down below. Do whatever. You know what to do. Next one, guys. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I can't wait for this one, guys. This is the next one to read. Volume 9, Tooth and Claw. So now we're moving further into the 90s, 96 to 97. Where were you guys in 94 to 96 or 96 to 97? Where were you? I was a teenager in high school reading comic books, guys. That's what I was doing. I was reading this stuff. Well, not Wolverine in particular, but, you know, you get the idea. I was reading comics. All right, this is the next one, guys. Let me know what you think. Tooth and Claw, Wolverine and Venom. Fuck yeah, I cannot wait, guys. All right, guys, that's it for me here. Have a good rest of your week. I should be back on Monday to review Volume 9, and we'll take it from there, guys. Take it easy. Bye.